Welcome back to Rough Live Gaming. Now this is the next morning, and this is my part 2 to my Scream unlock and some raid footage. I was waiting to get back to the Ultimate 7 to relaunch because last night, unfortunately, I made an awesome video. I was pumped up. I was destroying Ultimate 7 with the Symbiotes, and next thing you know, the data got corrupted. I tried to repair it. It wasn't happening, so I lost that footage, but I'm back. I got an ISO-8 video coming out, and I decided, okay, I just did an ISO-8 video. Now, after I did that video, I went ahead and said, the heck with it. I took Scream up to a level 1 ISO, and I put Skirmisher on her. I took Carnage up to a level 1 ISO, and I put Raider on him. Then I switched my Symbiote Spider-Man to a Striker ISO. Okay, now let's jump into this. Now, this is something, last night, I don't know if it's going to do as good as it did last night, but last night I was literally shocked and amazed at how good she was doing at like 37K, 3 gold, 3 red. Okay, but let's jump into this here. We're going to go with Symbiote Spider-Man, Carnage. Where's my Venom? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to put Mr. Sinister back here with this core, so that way our middle, any attacks go to the middle. These are my strongest 3 tunes. They're all gear tier 14. And we want to put Venom on a wing so he can give us that defense up, right? But if everything works out like it did last night, it's not even going to be needed. Where is he at? There he is, 44K, Venom. All right, we got him up. Now let's find our Scream. She's got to be around here somewhere too. With the ISO, it took her up to 42K. Just shy of 42K, but there you go. I do have, I think it's Fortifier on Mr. Sinister, because for Arena, I wanted to make sure he survived, so I put a little bit of barrier on him. But let's jump into this, guys. We're going to use Mr. Sinister and clone an extra Carnage, and it is going to be unbelievable the amount of speed bar. Last night in the video that got corrupted, I think it was Scream, she had 3 turns back to back. Just her going, her going, her going. It was nuts. I was like, what is going on? But if you get a clone off and you get that double Carnage, the amount of speed bar you're going to get for the Symbiotes is nuts. Not to mention her passive, giving them speed up on death of an enemy or death of any character. It's just crazy, guys. I cannot wait till we get Anti-Venom out there and we find the best. I mean, I think you're going to be able to take all 5 Symbiotes into Ultimate 7 at least until like the 3rd boss node or something like that. But it's going to be really fun to find a combination of other tunes that are going to work so good with the Symbiotes. I'm thinking something like Mr. Sinister and Emma, maybe, or with Anti-Venom, Carnage, Symbiote Spider-Man, Yo-Yo, Black Bolt with SSM, Carnage, Anti-Venom, something like that, guys. Now, unfortunately, I'm having a little bit of issue with my load times today. I don't know what it is. It's been kind of weird. I restarted my phone and everything because I didn't want it happening. So we're going to slap some bleeds on this Carnage. Okay. He went at Black Bolt with his bleeds. That's good. Or I'm sorry, he went at Symbiote Spider-Man. I'm so used to Black Bolt being there. Okay, we're going to get a defense down on both of these guys, okay? Now, she has this offense down coming, okay? We're going to go ahead and give them that as well. Good deal, right? Now, what are we going to do here? I don't want to spread anything. I'm going to ability block Juggernaut because we do not want Juggernaut doing his taunt, right? Now, unfortunately, those bleeds are going to be extended on Symbiote Spider-Man, but you'll see here the passive healing is going to make it a non-issue. Here we go with our extra Carnage. Now things really start going crazy, guys. Okay, now we're going to go to this, see if we can spread that ability block around. Okay, we got it. No, we didn't get it. Okay, let's use our other Carnage to see if we can do it. We got it on Vision. That's great. That's great. So now let's switch over here to Vision. Extend this. I should have left it on Juggernaut because I got Symbiote Spider-Man as a striker, and right now Juggernaut is vulnerable. So, okay, but that being said, we are going to do the Scream Ultimate here. We're going to disrupt them and give them slow. I don't have any T4s, so everything's just going to be for 1 turn, unfortunately. Now, this is where things really get crazy. We are going to spread that ability block with Venom. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Now let's see if we can get this ability block on Venom. It is not wanting to go the way I want it to go. That being said, okay, let's stun Sabretooth. Look at all those sea of red right there. It's just a whole sea of red. And the amount of speed bar we're getting, nuts. Nuts, guys. Okay, let's jump over here. We want to get rid of some of these guys. All right, speed bar out the wazoo. Okay, now I can just basic. I can pretty much just basic. When there's that many negative effects out there, you can just basic and it's going to do just fine. But I want to take this death proof off of this Sabretooth with Scream because she does remove a positive effect. Okay, now we want to take this defense up. Oh, Vision has it behind him. Didn't really see that. So let's go to Vision. See if we can get that defense up off him. Maybe a vulnerable. See, look, she's going again. Just another turn. Let's go back to her. She's keeping them both marked vulnerable. So when we get this Symbiote Spider-Man to take a turn here, hopefully he gets that ISO bonus attack if there's going to be anything left. Let's go back to Vision, spread it back over here. Oh, it wouldn't let any spread to him, I guess, huh? Okay. I'm just going to hit the basics. I want to try to keep it alive there until the next wave drops, but they don't seem to be coming. I was wanting to spread all these negative effects around, but that's the great thing about the symbiotes is they're going to just keep giving you negative effects even when a new wave does drop. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to, I want to save Venom's cooldowns. I think we could take these guys without it. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to spread this bleed around, okay, get some more heals off that. We marked him as vulnerable. I should have went for, let's go back to Carnage. Now see if, I don't know if this is our Carnage or the clone Carnage, but one of them does mark vulnerable. Okay, now here, let's go basic here. See if I can get this chain to go. See if we can get that ISO bonus. ISO bonus attack. There it is. Killed Juggernaut. That's a wrap. I'm liking the way this is working out, guys. I have Carnage as a Raider, and I have Scream as a Skirmisher. Now, you see, the one thing I feel like I'm lacking on this team is damage. Like, they're great when it comes to these positive effects and whatnot, but they're just not doing enough damage to get through these enemies, which I know I am talking and everything else. Let's get rid of that defense up. We're going to slap some bleeds on him. Unfortunately, I think that was our Carnage, and he dodged it. Go figure. Vision dodges everything, right? But you guys are getting a good look at what I'm talking about when I say these symbiotes are going to be so broken. I didn't even need to use Mr. Sinister's heal. He's pretty much just clones an extra Carnage, sits back, and chills while the symbiote train rolls on. What do you guys think? Look at that. Look how good just 4 symbiotes are. Well, technically, I guess it was 5 because we got that extra Carnage. And you guys, did you guys see how much speed bar we got there? Now, I do have Mr. Sinister's cloning ability T-forward, so the clones have all their moves T-forward. So that's just huge, guys. That means we're getting that T4 passive from our clone Carnage as well. And the amount of speed bar there, you see like Scream's taking 3 or 4 turns back to back. It's just nuts. I've never seen anything quite like it. Okay, now we're going to look at our enemies here. We do have a Carnage and a Vision. Now with this node, last night in my video, I did not finish it. Now, granted, like I said, I was talking a lot, and I think I kind of misplayed a little bit, but it came right down to the wire. I had bleeds all over the board, but then the clock hit 0, so I wasn't able to keep it going. And another problem I had was that Mr. Sinister did not get to take enough turns to get back to his cloning ability. That being said, this time, I do not want that to happen, so I'm thinking about taking Venom out here and throwing Black Bolt in. All this is going to do is ensure that I have enough damage to finish this node. Now, it does remove the ability to spread all these debuffs and whatnot, but I feel like if I get this clone off on this Carnage, between the 2 Carnages, I'm going to be able to spread stuff around pretty easily anyway, right? Hopefully, anyway. I can't wait to see what happens when we get anti-venom. It's going to be so sick, guys. Now, I want to thank everybody who's watching this video, and I want to let everyone know, guys, I'm trying to get my subscribers up. Like, to be monetized on YouTube, you need like 1,000 subscribers. So I am doing a $20 giveaway at 100 subscribers, $50 at 200 subscribers, and then we'll probably do a $50 giveaway every 100 subscribers after that, guys. But please leave a like on this video and share it with your friends. Share it with anybody who you know plays the game. Let's get these subscribers up so I can get some free money out to you guys. I'm talking in the form of a Google Play card or a iTunes gift card. Whichever you want, I'll buy it. I will send you the code. All that good stuff, guys. I want to give back to the people who watch my videos. I make them in hopes that they help you guys or give you guys ideas on how to move forward in your own gameplay. But at the same time, I want to make this my full-time job, guys. I am trying to bring this to you guys for a long time to come. Now, I do play other games, and I'm starting a new channel that's going to be solely on sports games, like Madden's, NBA, different things like that. Okay, now let's get a slow out here. Who do we want to slow? We want to hit Venom because we don't want Venom to be able to get that extra defense up. Let's get offense down. Oh, he dodged. I really wanted the offense down on Daredevil because he does hit kind of hard. Okay, now here, let's just get, oh no. Hopefully Carnage survives. No, he didn't survive, guys. He didn't survive. I'm not going to get the double Carnage. So therefore, this was a waste of Mr. Sinister. I'm so mad right now. My fault, guys. I wasn't thinking. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Let's jump over here, though. We're going to slap a Disrupted on these three guys. And Miles dodged. But let's heal up. We're still looking pretty good, I must say, guys. We're still looking pretty good, okay? Now, let's get this bonus attack for that vulnerable right there, guys, okay? And unfortunately, he got rid of him before he got a chance to even get the bonus attack. Let's go to Spider-Man. All right, we're looking okay. See if we can get this disrupted somewhere else. There we go, spread it around. And we got vulnerable on all these guys. So now let's hit them all. Now, it extends everything. I wonder if, does that extend the vulnerable tag as well? These are good questions. It doesn't look like it, as it was removed right there. Okay, Black Bolt does his thing. Slap some bleeds on this Venom here. But you guys are getting the gist of it. I'm really sorry I messed that up and I didn't get a chance to keep that Carnage on the board and get the clone off. But that being said, like I said, I'm pretty sure you guys are seeing how this Symbiotes are going to work. And keep in mind, my Scream is 3 red, 3 gold, 42K. That's it, guys, 42K. And she's able to do this good when it comes to raids. I'm shocked, but she does have that ability where she takes the resistance down by 30% for all the enemies on the field. So that's another prospect that's huge, guys. I don't know if anybody quite realizes how strong that is when it comes to applying debuffs. There we go. We're doing great, guys. She chained to that Miles who was in stealth. Unfortunately, he did dodge. And that's one thing that I love. Because I don't know about you guys, but doesn't Miles drive you absolutely bonkers in raids? Like, oh my God, I wish our Miles would hit like the computers does. But still, now I'm going to go ahead and throw this stun out there because we need to heal up a little bit. There we go. We were getting that passive healing. Now look, they're back to full health. That's great. Let's get them into the red, get more speed bar, keep this going. You see what I mean, guys? You get them to the red, not only are we getting speed bar, but Black Bolt's pinging them as well. I mean, this is insane. Like, I feel like I could almost walk through the entire rest of the raid with these guys. But you see, Scream is not that strong, and I'm sure somewhere along the way somebody will one-shot her because, as we all know, when it comes to 7.1, 7.2, and so they just keep getting harder, especially if you're in like 7.4 or 5. You're probably not going to be able to take a 40K Scream in there for more than a note or two. But I don't know, with the passive healing they get, I mean, as long as she's not getting like Korath hitting her with his ultimate ability right off the rip, it might work. It might work, guys. But what do you think about the ISO-8 build I have going on here? It seems to be working pretty well, doesn't it? Now, there are no... well, there's a Venom in this node, so I could clone a Venom. Do we want to try it? Let's try to do another one. My lane partner there did the boss node. Or, no, I just did the boss node. Duh. I was thinking he did. It just didn't feel like a boss node, I guess, using the symbiotes there, just destroying it. I really didn't expect that. Now, I do have my cloning ability ready, so I'm able to keep Mr. Sinister in there. I'm going to top him off just because. Throw Carnage back out there. Now, guys, I can throw Doc Ock in place of Mr. Sinister. There's so many insane things you're going to be able to do with this team, guys. So many insane things. Now, do I want to keep Black Bolt out there? Let's take Black Bolt out. I want to get a little bit crazy with it, right? Let's throw Doc Ock out there. Let's see what this can do. Because I'm going to get a clone. Then he's going to summons. We're going to have 7 on the board. I just want to see what it can do. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to beat the node regardless, being that I have ISO on everybody and I have 4 of these tunes gear tier 14. Scream being the only one that I do not have at gear tier 14. And while I do think she is going to be a great candidate to take to gear tier 14, the fact of the matter is I haven't taken Venom up yet, and I'm saving it all for Anti-Venom. He is the dark horse of this patch, guys. I really see Anti-Venom as being a standalone tune, much like Symbiote Spider-Man. I feel like you are going to be able to use him on multiple teams. His kit is that good. Especially the fact that I love how they included, like, he can share 2 of his positive effects with non-symbiote allies, which doesn't lock him into that symbiote team. And best believe they're going to make him a $50 offer and a 100 shard unlock. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to go very hard for his blitz or milestones, whatever they're going to release him as. I'm trying to keep the video short, guys. Like I said, I'm sorry about my load times. I feel like I'm on a first-name basis with the internet provider at this point. I keep having them come back and forth, trying to figure the situation out. All right, here we go. I got that 3 energy from Spawn. He got ability blocked, which shouldn't be no big deal, right? Okay, now let's get the summons out there and get that regen on everybody. Again, that regen, something that Anti-Venom is going to be placing as well. He's going to be giving all the symbiotes a regen. It's just going to be nuts, guys. I want to remove that. Let's remove that off of him so we can go over here and hit these guys. I could have disrupted him, but I want to go over here. I want to hit these guys, see what we can do. Let's get rid of Korath. Okay. Now here's that offense up. It's Doc Ock. That's huge. Because Doc Ock, guys, I'm telling you, everybody is sleeping on him. They say he's not as good. He's only a war offensive team. I call BS on that one. I'm having a lot of success with him. A lot. I've used him in arena. I'm using him everywhere, guys. In raids, as you can see. Now, watch this. He's going to flip these 2. Knock everybody into the red. That's great. Now, we're going to go back over here. Symbiote Spider-Man should wipe all 3 of these guys with just a basic. Oh, he didn't. But look at the speed bar he got from killing those 2. He got speed up from Scream. Guys, they're so broken. Between the speed ups and the passive speed from Carnage, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Now, we want to disrupt all 3 of these guys. There we go. There we go. She's marked as vulnerable. Now, let's go over here and see if we can get a vulnerable on to Venom here. Didn't get it, unfortunately. Oh, and stupid Drax had to drop in. Okay, now let's do the basic because I want to get the ISO bonus attack. I want to see it in action again. Perfect. Extra attack from the ISO. That's great. There we go. Get rid of his taunt. I love how she can clear 1 positive effect. It's great for disabling Draxes and just all these people in this raid. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to clone a Venom. Let's go over here. And I really wish you could spread that vulnerable. Wouldn't that be so sick? But they would probably be broken if they did. But maybe, yeah, no, because the vulnerable only gets placed on them through the means of primary target. So you can't really do an AoE and put vulnerable on everybody. But that being said, okay, either way, it looks nuts. I want to get marked on somebody else. There we go. Now let's go for Symbiote Spider-Man again. We hit them both. Now they both had the vulnerable tag, but he only bonus attacks one of them. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Let's spread this stuff back around. You see how well this team is working, guys? Oh my God. And it is very strange to me, just the fact that Venom is the one you can leave off. You know, I feel like in the past he's been such a strong part of the team with the defense up, the ability to spread those buffs. But I myself, I'm having just so much success with Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man in Dark Dimension 3. I thought, you know what? I'm going to hold off on taking Venom up, save some bio gear up, see what these other symbiotes have to offer. And it turns out to be the right choice because, man, Anti-Venom and Scream are both very good. I think Scream is, she's really great. I mean, her stats aren't the most insane ever, but what she brings to the table on this team, especially with that ISO-8 coming in, it's just sick. Now, as you can see, guys, I haven't really had to heal anybody up or do anything like that. I mean, 3 nodes, just bam, 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 knocking them out. Now, this one, 50 seconds left on the clock. It does take a little bit longer, but when you're playing the debuff game, I feel like it's going to. But adding Doc Ock in, adding Black Bolt in, things like that, that's all you need to do. When it comes to a node where there's going to be 15 enemies, add some damage to your symbiotes, knock it out. I really don't even think I needed Mr. Sinister at all. I mean, the clone there was nothing, but I just as easily could have left Venom on the field, got rid of Mr. Sinister, and the symbiotes with Doc Ock would have knocked that node out no problem. But there you have it, guys. That's a look at Scream. That's a look at my symbiote ISO raid build. So, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think? What mistakes did I make? Did I leave anything out? Am I missing anything? But guys, go hard for Scream. Go hard for Scream. I highly recommend her after having the night to be able to play with her and the morning to be able to play with her. She's nuts. She's broken. Symbiotes are broken. Go all in. Until next video, guys, stay safe.